Welcome to our video on how to effectively control the vertical rate of advance in Minemax Scheduler. We'll show you a new feature in 7.6 that gives you greater control over the spatial benches constraint, a vital tool for managing the vertical rate of advance or sink rate in your mining pits. Let's begin with an example where our mining schedule is unbounded by spatial constraints. From the 3D visualization, you can easily see the active benches scheduled for each period by setting the pit display mode to active. Examining the timeframes, we can see a substantial variation in the number of benches planned for each period. Some pits have as many as 21 benches scheduled during a period. Although this represents the most financially optimal outcome, it might not be achievable due to practical reasons. In our second scenario, we'll explore utilizing the maximum bench constraint to manage the vertical rate of advance. To begin, clone the base scenario. Navigate to the spatial constraint configuration view and enable the bench constraint. You have 4 options to control maximum benches constraint. You can set a single maximum to all pits for all periods. Set different maximums to all pits for each period or to only constrain some periods. Apply individual pit maximums for all periods. Apply different maximums for individual pits for each period. To prevent benches with low tonnages from affecting the maximum bench calculation, you have the option to set a tons threshold. This threshold allows you to exclude benches with smaller tonnages from the calculation. For this example, we'll choose a constant maximum for all pits and all periods. Let's set the maximum to 10 and optimize our schedule. Looking at the active bench schedule in the 3D visualization, we see that it has created a more feasible mining schedule, restricting the maximum number of benches scheduled to 10 per period. Nevertheless, physical factors can often influence the sink rate. For example, mining deeper benches has many challenges. It often leads to narrower working areas, requiring additional structural support, which in turn slows down the movement of equipment and personnel. Moreover, handling larger volumes of groundwater at deeper depths might call for extensive dewatering activities, further complicating operations. The composition and structure of rock or mineral deposits can vary within a pit. Harder rock formations may take more time to break and extract material, and mineral-rich benches may require more care and precision during extraction, resulting in longer mining times. In Minemax Scheduler version 7.6, we introduced the bench attribute multiplier, a powerful feature that allows precise control over how benches contribute to the maximum bench constraint. In Scenario 3, we will use the bench attribute multiplier to decelerate mining below the water table. Let's clone the last scenario. Add a new reporting process attribute, bench multiplier. We need to modify our model to establish the correlation between bench contribution factor to each bench. We'll use a simple lookup table to do that. In our example, the bench lies beneath the water table at bench 2560. At that level, the mining time expands by 50% and increases as we delve deeper. Now we just need to map the new process and attribute and re-import the model. Go back to the max benches constraint definition. Enable the use bench attribute multiplier, select this attribute, and optimize. We can look at the bench table to see how this approach has affected the sink rate. The bench multiplier attribute totals up to a maximum of 10 for each period. With deeper benches having higher bench contributions, the sink rate is forced to slow down as the depth increases. You can use the same method with different real-world factors, such as rock types, mineral distribution, or bench tonnage. You can also utilize this method to simulate double or triple benching, where 2 or 3 benches are dug simultaneously and counted together as a single bench in the maximum bench count. Thank you for watching. Discover the power of precise control with Minemax Scheduler and take your mining operations to the next level.